keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down and the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for being here. So today's video is just going to be very simple, and I'm going to take you along with me and you can see what I'm eating. So it's super cold here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So I'm craving like really hearty, cozy meals. That's all I can say. So I'm anticipating you're going to see a lot of comfort food in this video. I don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast yet, but I'm leaning towards pancakes because it's that kind of day. So we don't have like a ton of snow outside, but it's so bitterly cold that I just don't want to even go outside. I have to get some last minute Christmas things and I'm not feeling it. So I'm going to drag myself out in a little bit, but first I'm going to have breakfast. So I don't eat breakfast right away. Usually it's like around 11 o'clock is when I have my breakfast. So you guys already know I eat pretty much Starch Solution style, and if you're not familiar with Starch Solution, look up the Starch Solution book by Dr. McDougall, and I also have some videos talking about it, and I will add that to this video as well. But basically, you pick a starch and you pair that with non-starchy veggies at every meal, and everybody's plate looks a little bit different depending on what you are trying to accomplish. So some people will need to lose a significant amount of weight, so they are doing a plate that is mostly veggies and then has your starch as well. Some people are maintaining, so they don't have any weight to lose and they shouldn't actually lose more weight, so they are focusing on more of the starch and less of the veggies. And then some people are in that middle zone where they want equal portions. That's where I lay. But basically my reasoning is, if I don't do the 50-50, I know I'm not going to get enough veggies in for the day. So by doing the 50-50, I just get used to it. Like, it's normal to me. Every time I make a plate, I'm going to have half of my food is going to be veggies, and then the other half is going to be my starch, and that's it. So if you're trying to lose weight, this diet is like the most amazing thing you will ever come across, because you are able to eat so many healthy foods. You're able to eat such a volume of foods and you feel fantastic. So I had put on some weight at one point, just because I was in school studying, working mad hours, 12-hour shifts. It was just really, I guess I found, when I look at it now, I know why I gained the weight. I wasn't eating bad things technically, but I was eating so late at night, and I was eating like not enough veggies, first of all, and I would eat these massive amounts of food because I was starving while I was studying through the night. Like, you can't eat that much food at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, you just can't. So I wasn't even like super strict. I had days where I didn't eat, compliant food. And in like 3 months, I lost 22 pounds. And that's with like me eating whatever I wanted, the quantities that I wanted that were compliant, and also sneaking in non-compliant things here and there, while on shift if I couldn't find anything and I was like literally gonna starve to death. I had some non-compliant things in there. So in 3 months, I lost that weight with like zero effort. I didn't have to stress about my meals. It was super easy to do, and I was eating a lot of food. So that gives you an idea of how quick you can drop weight. So if you are in a place where you really need to drop some weight, or you have like a few pounds that you need to shed, check out his book because it will help you so much. Okay guys, so let's get into my full day of eating and let's see what I'm feeling like today. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a pancake day, so let's see what I'm gonna come up with. So this is just my simple breakfast, a very hearty breakfast. So these are just corn wraps, and these are not very big, but this is all I could find. And I just got it at a wholesaler near me because none of the grocery stores actually have an oil-free version. And then I just have mixed greens, a whole bunch of mixed greens, my oil-free hummus, and just chopped up potatoes that were made in the Instant Pot, and I just chopped them up, and they were kept in the fridge after I cooked them up a few days ago, and that way I have a very quick breakfast or lunch or dinner. Having potatoes in the fridge is very, very handy, and that's going to be my breakfast. I'm just going to throw everything in here and gobble it up. So I have oats, I have a cinnamon, and I have banana. This is the perfect combination and all you need to make epic pancakes. Let me show you. So I'm just mashing up one banana, and this was like a small to medium-sized banana, I suppose. So I'm just going to mash that up and then add my flour and my cinnamon and just my non-dairy milk, and that's it. So I'm just going to sprinkle in some cinnamon, maybe half a teaspoon. Now I'm just throwing in half of a cup of my non-dairy milk. And now I'm going to throw in my half a cup of, I grind my own flour, so it's just my oat flour that's ground up. I feel like this is kind of watery though, like maybe it was a little bit too much banana, so I may have to add a little bit extra flour. So you guys have seen my flour before. I just grind it up in my Vitamix and I put it into a really big mason jar, and that's where I store it. You can add some maple syrup or any sweetener you like as well, but I'm going to put maple syrup on top of my pancakes, so I'm not going to add any extra seasoning or sweetness to it. I think just the cinnamon is fine. You can go ahead and add some berries too if you wanted to make them berry pancakes. That would be awesome. So I feel like they are a little bit runny, so if it was an even smaller banana, that would be probably best. So I'm going to go ahead and add another tablespoon of the flour and see how that is. Okay, I feel like this is perfect now. So I added the half a cup of my own flour that I ground up, the oat flour, and then I also added 2 tablespoons, and that's okay for the amount of banana that I have. So again, just eyeball it. This pan is actually coated with cast iron. So it said on the box that it was, you know, a natural alternative, blah, 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 that it was healthy, made with, you know, healthy materials. I hope that's the case. Again, I've never used anything like this before. If you have pans like this, let me know how they are. Like, is it actually non-stick? Does it, you know, really cook like cast iron? I'm wondering how this is going to go. But I'm just heating up my pan and I'm going to put my pancakes in. So this is the first time I'm using it, and let's see how it goes. Okay, I need my coffee too. I'm gonna let them cook for a couple of minutes and then try to flip them. And hopefully this pan is actually really good. Okay, well, the first one flips really good. Second one I kind of killed a little bit, but that's okay. These are gonna taste good anyway. So they look good. Cinnamon kind of browned it up a little bit. Okay, I have serious yumminess going on for this breakfast this morning. Very comforting, very quick, very easy, and still healthy. So I'm using whole food ingredients. I'm not adding anything funky into these pancakes. And sometimes, unfortunately, when you buy these pre-made mixes, you are going to find some weird ingredients that you don't need. So I'm just going to have my pepper, huge pepper on the side. You guys know I'm weird like that. I eat peppers all the time. This is just what I do. I like to have a large bell pepper with pretty much all my meals. And I'm just having my black coffee because I still need to have a little bit more. And I'm good. So I just put a little bit of maple syrup like you saw on top and added some more organic cinnamon. And that's it. So the syrup is the only sweetness that I'm adding, and I think that's perfectly fine. That's totally enough. I don't have to add extra sugar to the batter. If you feel like you need to, or you're just transitioning to a whole foods plant-based diet, then go ahead and don't feel bad about it. Your taste buds will adjust and it'll be fine. You won't need all that extra sugar at some point soon. But for now, if you need to add a little bit, then go ahead and do that. So I'm not adding any butter or anything else to these pancakes because then I'm going to be increasing my fat content for the day. And I don't want that because I'm high carb and low fat. So this is what I'm going to be having. And this is a really filling breakfast. I'm still going to have maybe a salad in a little while because I feel like I need more greens. So I'm going to have salad, and I bought some sprouts I'm very excited about. Sometimes I can't find sprouts. So when I do find them, I buy a whole bunch and make, whatever I can with them, put them on top of my salads. I put them into vegetable sandwiches. So I'm going to be having some of that in a little while, I think. But for now, this is what I'm going to be having. And I'm just going to maybe watch something, quick YouTube video, or maybe put on The Good Witch. And that's it. That's what I'm going to have. Okay, so the pancakes turned out really good. I ended up having them for lunch only because I had leftover potatoes that I had to use up. So I had to eat that for breakfast. And then I had greens as well and just my corn wraps. So that was a good breakfast. And then, yeah, the pancakes you just can't go wrong with for lunch or dinner. They turned out really well, and I'm really glad that the pan actually worked and they didn't stick to it. So for dinner, I just had a very simple meal, cauliflower sauteed with some veggie broth and then some air fries. I already had the potatoes that were cooked in my fridge, the same ones from earlier, and I just chopped them up into wedges and air fried them. So this is a super easy meal. I just put sriracha on top of my cauliflower afterward, and I just put a little bit of my organic ketchup on my wedges, and that's about it. It's super filling and very nutritious, and that's how I'm finishing off my day. I really love how having extra potatoes in the fridge just saves me when I don't feel like cooking. I can just quickly whip up a healthy meal and feel really good about it. Thanks for watching, guys. It was just a very laid-back way of eating today. Just kind of some cozy meals, potatoes, can't go wrong with potatoes, and then a pancake, meal that just is very comforting, especially during these winter months. I appreciate you guys being here, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming videos, and of course, subscribe to the channel.